Good morning from Greece, everyone. I want to share my perspective a little bit with all of you since you've been asking me in private messages. And um, First of all, I want to say that all is well, even if it seems that it's getting negative out there. There are many things happening right now on the planet that are very, 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 very positive. And Before anything, I want to invite you to take a deep breath because what I'm gonna share with you, it's already out there, but you just need to have a little bit of um, bird's view from above to be able to see everything. Because if you just observe everything from within the body and identifying with what you see around you, then it's really getting pretty hard. And so this is an invitation to take a few breaths right now. So let's close our eyes together and to breathe in a few times, inhaling, holding it for a while, exhaling, holding it for a while, inhaling, holding it for a while. Keep doing this for a while, and I'm inviting our higher selves in gratitude. I'm inviting gratitude for our cells in our body, our electrons in our body, all our organs. We're grateful for this body. We're grateful to be here in this now. We are grateful for all the abundance in our lives, wherever we stand in our lives. We are grateful to our soul family for being with us at all times. And we invite the angelic kingdom, the archangelic kingdom, the ascended masters, Christ, Mary Magdalene, Sananda, all beings of light, Buddha, Hare Krishna, all beings of light to be here with us. Mother, Father, God, and Supreme Creator also. The dolphins, the whales, the unicorns, fairies, and the galactics, and all the beings of the conditional limited love to be here with us in this now moment, to assist us in sharing the information that is more valuable in this now moment for each and every one of us. And come to the heart center, and we ground our heart to the center of the earth, and you're also receiving the energies of Mother Earth connecting us. Mother Earth has a lot to share with us. You connect the trees and the animal kingdom all over the planet. And breathe a few more times. And you can open your eyes whenever you want. So, what I want to say is that the most important thing in this now moment is that we need to pay attention a little bit more what is taken within our bodies. This is about the change happening within us first. So this change is a change that never happened in the history of humanity before. This means that you may have heard the ascension of Christ and the ascension of other beings, of Buddhist monks, that they were doing meditations, and then after X time of mastering their process, they ascend from within their bodies, leaving their physical bodies and leaving their bodies. Well, this is the ascension process, as it's called. Right now, it's humanity has the potential to stay within our bodies. So this is demanding a huge transformation of the cells in our bodies, and this is why it's very important to practice all kinds of meditations, because meditation is actually calming the mind and then bringing more oxygen and and helping actually to bring more light into the body, and then this light is assisting in the transformation of the cells from carbon based to crystalline based. So if I can give you a picture, right now our bodies is the way they are, but there is also another light body over it that some may see, some may not see, depending your abilities of your third eye that is open. And our bodies are transforming. So maybe you have seen the movie Avatar. It's very possible that in the future, in the near future, our bodies will become like that. So it's just a gradual process. So it's the bodies become more liquid and more crystalline. So it's a gradual process, though it doesn't happen like in a few years. It takes much longer than that. But then what happens is so that that those who manage to stay in this process, to live this life, and to who have also the goal to ascend in the physical bodies, we ascend in our physical bodies. This means that we will be able to live for hundreds of years, and so this is a very huge thing happening within our bodies, and this transformation in our bodies creates the change not also within us but also all around us. So this transformation in our bodies needs more light, needs more love, and the meditations we are doing or anything that we are doing the day that raises our frequency, like the foods we are eating and the general emotions that we have during all day, 24 hours a day, the frequency we emit. So for example, when you're joyful, when in the state of knowingness, when in a state of gratitude all day, and of course we're emitting a frequency, a high vibration that is assisting this process. And when we remain in a process that is like the totally opposite of fear, of greed, of corruption, of jealousy, of hate, of shame, when somebody says in these frequencies down there, what happens is that the body is not able to stay in this to remain physically in this reality, because the vibration of the planet is changing. We can see it, we can see it all around us. This is the reason also that this, I don't want to give it a name, this very famous virus right now exists. It has been too much promoted for me to say it again. The thing is that there is a reason for everything, and when you start to have a different perspective in life, and you go and you see everything from above, then you see that indeed all is well and everything is working for the highest good. And so, if you can grasp what I'm speaking to you right now, this process is a process that also liberates humanity. Liberates humanity in a way that right now in our body, our DNA is changing as well, because this is the change of our DNA. The change of our DNA is we are changing our DNA to 12 double strands of perfected human DNA, because our DNA has been suppressed. I'm sure that you have heard from the doctors the junk DNA, that it has no function, while this junk DNA has a big function, and this has to do with quantum physics. Quantum physics is about what you think and what you feel and what you fear and what you love, you attract. So it's like anything that is like Your mind creates in the now moment, it attracts. So it's about focusing constantly on the things we want and completely not thinking about things we don't want. And now you may understand why I'm making this video, because the virus of joy, the virus of enthusiasm, the virus of gratitude, the virus of divine will, the virus of love, the virus of ascension, the virus of gratitude, the virus of understanding and balance, the virus of forgiveness, the virus of freedom. All these viruses exist as well. So we can focus our attention on so many other things, and so it's very important to be able to do that, and to do that when somebody is doing daily meditation, when you stop your mind for daily in the morning whenever you can for 15 to 20 minutes daily. This is activating the process, and this is something that must be done in a more disciplined way. It's like brushing your teeth and taking a shower every day. It's the same thing as basic hygienic tactics. So now, for example, the people, they may carry masks, and then they have all these gloves they're wearing. Well, this is exactly the same thing. The light is doing the work. And okay, we may not agree about everything, and maybe my way of seeing things is a little bit different, and than you. Yet I want to say that these things work, and this is about faith of who we really are, and who we really are is not this body only. We are much more than this human body. We are multidimensional. We operate in many, many, many dimensions. And this truth, the more one sits and does the work within, to go within and be in the silence, to listen really, connecting with nature, and maybe playing with the kids, and maybe playing with the animals. It's also helping to raise the frequency, dancing, all these activities, and being kind to each other. All these activities are also helping. So when we do this, then we can feel more, we can grasp more. There is something more happening in our energy, in our feelings, the way you feel. It's a joy from inside that is emanating, and you can really feel it. And when you feel that, then this is completely raising our frequency, and therefore protecting us from anything that may happen to us. So now that I have spoken these words about what's really taking place in our bodies, now I'm gonna give you a little bit of my perspective of what is really happening out there from a geopolitical value. Because of course we have this very promoted virus out there that is actually making everybody to remain isolated in homes, which I believe it's a very good thing, because everybody must understand the importance of being responsible for the self, being responsible about the frequency ones emit for themselves, and of course doing the best they can to also stay in high frequencies for the loved ones. So this self-isolation goes far beyond than just transmitting wrong the virus to somebody else, because the virus of fear, this is what we are talking about here, and everybody has to be able now to deal with that, and everybody must be able to raise the frequency, find the ways within by isolating themselves and then doing the work within. Now, for those of us who have been doing this work for many, many years now, who already isolate ourselves, and who mostly have been misunderstood from all those around us, there was a reason for that, and the reason is that we have been preparing the way. Not that I knew what's going to happen. I didn't know what's going to happen. It's just an innate feeling, that innate feeling that is guiding us. And by doing our work, our daily work, and meditations and everything, then this has assisted the whole process. And this process now is bringing more light on the planet. It's transforming everything, because, like I said, we are multidimensional beings, I will give you an example. Um, Yesterday was the equinox 2020 in March all around the world, and I had incredible dreams. And I started in the morning. I did my meditation for a very long time, and then I was guided to go outside and look up in the skies. And I look up in the skies, and I saw a galactic vessel passing by with lights. I know it is one because I've been communicating with them for since 2011. I'm in direct contact with them, and I also have telepathic communication that I cannot really explain. What happens is that when I receive a message that they have from me, I receive it, and then I'm giving it to you. Like for example, when I speak to you right now, it's because I know that I have to start more sharing more what's taking place from my perspective, because this will help you also to understand it. This will also help you to have a more smooth process in what is taking place. And so I saw, and then they just confirmed to me, hey, we are here for you. And each one of us has our families up there guiding us and protecting us, because they've been doing the work from the other side, and we are doing the work over here. So this is like, this is not alone. We are always loved. We're never alone. Even if you are isolated by yourself, only by yourself in your house, it's the same thing. We are always loved and always helped, and all you have to do is just go within and listen what the message comes. And really, when the message makes you feel joyful and makes you feel happy, it is true. So this is what's happening. When you hear a message out there that doesn't make you happy, it's not true. And when it makes you happy, it is true. And that's why my website is called so feelmorethanfine.eu. So feel more than fine, always intend to feel more than fine in your choices and what makes you feel happy. And so by giving this example, I want to say that we are indeed multidimensional. We have so many much more abilities in our bodies. This light body, this is so many options in our bodies that now we start to discover, and this option will be more and more and more, and options like telekinesis and like moving objects. For example, we have now the explanation how the big stones in the pyramids in Egypt were moving. Hey, if you don't want to believe me, you believe. You don't believe me, it's also okay. I'm not trying to convince you. I'm just also always sharing the best I can for you, and you can take what you resonate with. You can leave the rest. And so, what's taking place? To go back to the main core, what's really happening with the planet right now? We have a completely dismantling of the financial system. So the financial system since many, many years. This is a huge operation taking place. This is a result of the light coming to the planet. The consequences of this is this. So this has been at works for hundreds of years. It's not just now. This has been at works for hundreds of years, and right now we start to see really the first signs of the change. And this change can be seen, for example, from the abolishment of taxes. We can see there is help coming from the countries to the cities. We have seen in Hong Kong, they give to everybody $10,000, and now in USA also they begin to speak about giving 1,000 or 2,000 or 4,000 for seniors in USA, and UK is the same thing, and Europe is the same thing, and all across the planet is going to happen the same thing. So this is the first signs of things changing on the planet. So this change, I made a small track in the past called Nezara, and Nezara means, the initials is National Economic Security and Reform Act, which is about America, and now it's global, so it's Global Economic Security and Reform Act is Jezara. So Jezara is about this. I made a very special blog about this on my website. You can go and check more information about this, what is really exactly what it's all about, the law of Jezara, and you can find out about this, what's really taking place. So now we are into this so-called agenda taking place, the positive agenda, not the one that some in dark dark governments wanted to create. We are just going, we go smoothly going in this direction, and in this smooth direction, is seen now, perceived, and it's also using what is out there to create, to bring this out in a very smooth way, because it's about smooth ascension. It's about everybody understanding or understanding the energy, everybody accepting everybody's evolution process, and then assisting everybody in the ascension journey, in the journey. So, for example, if somebody is homeless, they will not be able to do the work smoothly. So we are here to assist each and every one on the planet to make this journey smoothly, because we came here for the purpose of joy. We have been created to come here on this planet for the purpose of joy, and then this whole process completely took another direction, and then this is what is taking place. So right now, while we are isolated at home, so we have huge operations taking place around the planet, military operations. I'm wearing a military shirt today, and this military operations is really taking down all those that are in positions that don't have for return the highest good for all, and all these people, this higher people are being taken down. Many of them will not. This will not come out to the news. They will be just labeled as having the virus and pass away because it's their choice, and it's not the policy of the universe. We are not here to eye for eye. We are here to be the love, and this means that we need to be able to have compassion and send the love, because that is what's raising our frequency. If we respond from eye to eye, this will never resolve anything. So this is not the way the archangelic kingdom function. The way they are functioning is through love. And then, of course, they will be taking out those that are disrupting the process. It's been a long time. This has been taken now. Enough is enough. And they are being taken out finally now. And then we start now to see the first changes of what is taking place. And well, there is so much information out there what's really taking place. Everybody is offering their own perspective. So I'm not gonna go really in the details of what's taking place. And you may have you can look for yourself, and you can also create your own movie in your head. But it's very much important about taking a step back and taking some popcorn in your hands and just enjoying the show, because the show now is happening all around, all out there. So enjoy the show and do your best to be in the world but not of it. Be in the world but not of it. Be in the world but not of it. So remain backwards, and just observe what's taking place. And when you stay in this place, of course, then you also raise your frequency, and you are able to have a better understanding of all that's taking place. And so the good news is now also that we all gonna be having more financial means. And this financial means means that, okay, there is like self-isolation, but there will also be through the change of the financial system. There will be digital currencies that are gold-backed. It means they really have value. It's not about cryptocurrencies that have no value. There will be gold-backed currencies in digital that have value, that you can use for our own use, for buying food and for other uses. And there will be also the release of many thousands of technologies that is for the highest good, like free energy. And I'm not speaking about free energy like solar and wind energy. I'm speaking about devices that are able to create energy out of thin air. Like, for example, in Greece, we have a technology from an inventor called Electra. It creates energy from gravity, and this can really make a whole city sustainable. So we have the solutions already in our hands. They exist already for many years. The military has them already for many years. That's why how they can travel up to the space. And well, this information is out there, right? If you want to look, if you believe or not. The point is that now we have reached a state in the collective consciousness of humanity that these technologies are going to be released because we are ready for it. Ready for it means that it's very important that we are able to be consciously in higher vibration to be able to use these technologies. So this is what's taking place. It's like it looks like a virus, but there are so many other things that are happening, and it's like an alarm that says, "Hey, you are responsible about the frequency you are emitting. You're responsible about the way you feel each and every moment, and you, when you make the work to raise your frequency, you're not only doing it for yourself, you're raising the frequency of everybody else around you and everybody else. So one person connected to source is more powerful than millions who are not. So when I'm doing my meditation and have the highest intention, I'm doing a few meditations during my day, I'm actually helping to uplift the whole planet because unity consciousness, the one is everything and everything is the one. So if you may grasp this, what I'm saying to you is that when you make the work to not engage, to not have fight with somebody next to you, to be kind with each other instead of engaging with somebody. If somebody says something negative to you, you have the choice to not respond in a negative way. You have the choice to sit back, have an observer's eye, and see this with the eyes of love, and not engage and not react. Because when you react, you drop your vibration. This is all about this. It's all about learning to keep the frequency high. So for example, if you're home with the children must learn to not get angry with the parents and the parents not angry with the kids. It's all moving together. And not now, as you may understand, it's every child, every woman and man for themselves. So it's really assisting each and everyone to understand the responsibility that everybody has. And so there is something else I wanted to share. Um, um, yeah, there is a lot of good news taking place out there. Like it's not just this one thing that we see out there. There's a lot of goodness happening on the planet, and it's very important now to unite. And to unite means even if we're isolated, we can still unite in doing our inner work. And yes, like I said, we are also always receiving guidance, and it's very important to be able to listen to the guidance within. And that's all I have to say for the moment. I hope this is helping you a little bit more to grasp what is happening with the planet. And please, there are some more details that I shared in the last blog I made about Jezara, and about I shared also the perspective of higher being that is also explaining what's really taking place. Please go read the blog, and if you have any questions, please go under this video and ask your questions, and I'm happy to respond. Much love.